Hello, everyone. This is our goal setting training. This is in preparation for our goal setting meetings. So, I just wanted to go over what SMART goals are and what you should be writing for your goals so that when we meet, you are already prepared to have a conversation about what your goals are. So, goal setting. Setting goals should be a collaborative process, providing a great opportunity to engage in productive communication between employees and supervisors. Employees, in consultation with their supervisors, set 1 to 2 goals total and have at least one goal in one of the following categories. So, this can be a performance goal or a professional development goal, including an action plan which will give the steps for which you're going to accomplish your goals. So, for example, your performance goal would be something that you are doing within relation to your current role. And then a professional development goal would be a goal that you would choose based on maybe a training that you're a part of. Maybe there's some skill that you're learning outside of school time that you want to now utilize within your role in the school. Professional goals. Professional development and career goals are learning and growth oriented, intended to increase one's knowledge or skill set. These goals should aim to enhance the employee's ability in their current position to address areas where the employee was rated as did not meet expectation or met expectation developed in the role, or to prepare them for additional or future responsibilities and or career advancement. Based on these goals, we'll determine if you met the expectations or did not meet the expectations or even exceeded the expectations. All right. So then you must choose a goal that you know that you can accomplish and that fits within the role that you are currently working in. All right. What are SMART goals? These are statements of the important results you are working to accomplish. They're designed in a way to foster clear and mutual understanding of what constitutes expected level of performance and successful professional development. This includes both performance goals and developmental goals created using the SMART goal method, which we're going to go through right now. Here's a SMART goal chart that'll be included in my email to you. You'll have this PowerPoint and chart to kind of review and look back at so that when you're creating your goals, you can make sure that they are SMART goals. All right, specific, not to be confused with Pacific because that's an ocean. A specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general goal. So, this is a goal that is clear. It uses the 5 W's: who is involved, what do I want to accomplish, where will the action take place, and when will the goal be achieved. So, all of these are questions that you should be able to ask yourself based on the goals that you are thinking about working towards this year. So, who's involved? Does it involve, a social worker or admin? Who am I going to include as a resource to accomplish this goal? What do I want to accomplish? What is it that I'm working towards? Where will the action take place? So, is it in the classroom? Is it something that I can do during essentials time? Where will this take place? Whether it's in the building, and also if it's outside of the building, where will it take place? When will the goal be achieved? So, when will I know that I have accomplished this goal? And then, why is this goal important? Why is it important to my role? Why is it important to the school? Is it a something that is student centered? Is it, even if you're working in it as an administrative secretary, how is this particular goal important to my role and what I do at the school? Then measurable. The goal has to be measurable. You have to be able to know that, at the end of the year, I have met the goal. So you need a metric. You need a measurement to know how you're accomplishing it. So how many, how much, you need to know to what degree. How will I know when it is accomplished? How do I know when I have met my goal? What are some of the indicators of that? So what is the evidence that shows that I have achieved this goal? So whether it's, something, a reflection, a chart, something that you've created, how would I know that I've measured it? What can I look at? What evidence can I bring to show that this goal was measurable and I was able to meet my expected goal? Achievable. Is this goal achievable? Is this something that I can work towards, or is this something that is so out of my ability or role, or even it's beyond something that I can have control over? Is this something that I can achieve? So identify the most important goals, then determine how to attain them. Work to develop attitudes, abilities, skills, capacity to reach your goals. So, for example, a real life example, if you want to lose 5 pounds, set a deadline, set a goal of when you plan to lose it. Come up with a plan for exercising. Um, you know, get rid of the excuses. Think of all of the reasons why you wouldn't lose the weight, and then determine, okay, what am I going to put in place in my life to make sure that I am able to accomplish this goal? So think about it. Think about your goal here in the building. How can this goal be achieved? What do I need to do to make sure that I have the time? It's within my role. Maybe you want to coordinate with your classroom teacher or a social worker or a case manager to work towards the goal that you're writing down as a statement. But you need to make sure that it's something that you can achieve, and that we can look at it and say, you know what, you've accomplished this goal, you've met this goal, or even that this is a work in progress and you're moving towards a goal, and your action steps are going to show that you have taken steps to learn a new skill, to be professionally developed in a certain area, to support a student in their growth and development within the year. So how do I know it's achievable? And then relevant. How is this goal relevant to my current role? A result oriented or relevant goal represents a worthwhile objective. Goals should be important to the work and focus on results. So, for example, weight loss is both relevant and result oriented. You're going to be able to see it. Okay. How am I going to know that you have accomplished whatever your goal is? We should be able to see it in student progress, looking at, testing data to see improvement. All of those are ways to say, this is a relevant goal, it's result oriented. I'm able to look at, where they started and the progress that we've made. And this is how I know that this goal is relevant. Time based. You have to have a time. You have to put a time on that goal. So any effective goal must have a target date. A deadline set too far in the future invites procrastination. A short term goal could be unrealistic and discouraging. Okay. So think about your goal and how long you have. We have from now until the end of the year. We'll have a mid-year goal setting meeting to see how you're doing with your goals, but your goal should be accomplished by the end of the year. And if not, we're going to talk about what challenges stood in the way of you accomplishing that goal, and what do we need to do to make sure that if this is a goal that you're going to have in the future, how you're going to be able to accomplish it. Okay. All right. So time based. All right. Here's practice. So here's a goal that um, can be a part of something that you're working towards. It says, I will try to use restorative practices this year. So there is a time base. It is something that is within your role, because restorative practices is something that we're doing as a school and district. And so if this is something that you're going to do, you want to make it a little bit more specific. You want to narrow it down just a little bit more so that you can give a time base, so that it can be something that is measurable at the end of the year, that you can bring some form of evidence to the meeting to show that you've accomplished that goal. All right, so here's a more specific goal. It is I will facilitate 2 circles a month to support student behavior. All right, so what is it that you're going to do? You're going to facilitate 2 circles a month. Now, I did not identify what types of circles because there's academic circles, there's community building circles. You can address a behavior with a circle. However, whatever the type of circle it is, that is not listed here, but it does give a timestamp and it does say why you're doing the circle. um so I think this is a little bit more specific, and it's better to say that you will do something versus trying to do it, because I think when you say trying, you are kind of leaving it open versus saying that I'm going to take the action steps to meet my goal and to accomplish what I am setting out to do. All right, here is a chart with our specific measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound chart so that you can take this and use this when you are creating your goals. And here's an example of some SMART goals. And then here's our goal setting sheet. Okay, so um, in a few days, you're going to work on this goal setting and action plan template. You're going to define your goal, and then you're going to tell us the action steps it's going to take for you to get there, the time required, and a deadline. I need you to, put that in there. What is your time? How much time is this going to take, and what is going to be your deadline? Then you're going to check off if it's a performance goal or if it's a professional development goal, and you're going to do that here, right? You're going to check it off here. All right. And then, the details that are required for your resources, any resources, it can be a person in the building. It can be, a actual book. It can be some workshops you're going to watch or be a part of. It can be something that we're offering in school. You can divide. You can also next step is to define potential obstacles. So, what is going to stand in the way of you accomplishing that goal? What are the things that may happen during the year that may affect you accomplishing that goal? And then you're going to set up a plan for overcoming those obstacles. Okay, so we know there are going to be challenges to the goal, but what are some things I'm going to put in place to make sure that I'm able to accomplish my goal in the time that I have set out to do it? And then define measurements for success. How are you going to know you're successful? What evidence can you bring? Are you going to do a reflection? Are you going to bring your chart? Are you going to show me some students' test scores? How are you going to determine if it was measurable? And then you're going to describe the outcome of achieved goal. So that can come in a sentence. You're going to tell me exactly how you have created that goal. All right. And then at the end of the year, when we do our performance review, you will either get a met expectations, met most expectations, or you're developing in meeting those expectations. Okay. All right, that ends our goal setting presentation. If you have any questions regarding goal setting, please reach out. I am available to support you. We really need you to complete the goals prior to meeting. So you can check in with me before our meeting so that you can make sure that you are on target with your goal and you know exactly what steps you need to take, so that when we meet, we can just talk through your goal and what evidence you're going to need to bring at the end of the year to show that you've accomplished that goal. Okay, thank you.